They sit together, sobbing, shaking, looking at photos of his father, her husband. They mourn his death at their home on the outskirts of Beijing. The local government killed my dad, he tells me, breaking down in tears. I just want to get justice for my dad. Why did you lock us down? Why did you take my dad's life away? His 58-year-old father needed emergency medical help when their building was locked down. He says there were no COVID cases in the building, but China seals off entire neighborhoods, even when there are only suspected cases nearby.
Do you blame your father's death on this country's zero COVID policy?
Yes, very sure.
He says his father was in healthy condition when he suddenly collapsed. No one could go in or out of the building for help. He shows me the numerous calls he and his mother made to the emergency line. He recorded one of his many calls as he became increasingly desperate. He says the ambulance took an hour to arrive. By then, it was too late. He shows us the way to the hospital.
It took us about 5 minutes to get from his house to the hospital, less than 2 miles away. When his father was sick, he had 4 relatives waiting outside his building, begging to go in and drive him to the hospital, but they wouldn't let them in.
He says authorities in the hospital gave him no explanation for why the ambulance took so long. All they gave him was this document, stating the date and time of his father's death. His mother, unable to speak, overcome with grief. She cries like this day and night.
Why are you taking the risk to speak to us?
I don't want this kind of thing happen again in China and any world because of the lockdown and the medical shortage of ambulance caused my father's death.